Severe storms are popping already across northern Ohio. Hi, everybody. I'm 3 News meteorologist Mark Johnson, live from the home kitchen. And we're going to track some severe storms as they're beginning to pop across northern Ohio right now. As you can see on the current radar screen, we're getting a line of thunderstorms that have just blossomed over the last, I would say, 45 minutes across northern Ohio, just away from the lakeshore, though. And we've already got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. So we're going to zoom on into the first one, and we'll show you the first one right here, a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15 for extreme, that would be eastern Erie County, but I can tell you the threat is gone from there. We've got the northern half of Lorain County. We've got a portion of Cuyahoga County from Westlake to Parma into Solon, and northern Summit County near Twinsburg until 5:15 p.m. There you go. And a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, an extension of the first one here in Portage County. This goes until 5:15 as well for wind gusts to 60 miles per hour. And there's a storm right over Twinsburg right now that is producing 60-mile-an-hour winds. I'm going to show you on radar coming up. And that's going to move into Aurora and toward Garrettsville very, very shortly. It's knocking on the door. Twinsburg, you're getting hammered with some high winds. Also, western suburbs of Cuyahoga County right here, also seeing some very strong winds moving in toward the airport. So let's let that catch up right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to split our screen now, and we're going to show you some of the velocities here. First of all, we're going to go into Twinsburg. Whoop, come on back. There you go. My mouse is a little bit sensitive today. Look at this. So there's the storm near Twinsburg. We got a split screen. It's right over Twinsburg, Macedonia, but here's the high wind gusts. Right now, crossing the I-480 Twinsburg Heights into Twinsburg, you can see some very, very strong winds. And I can actually put a little point on these. And we'll show you the wind gusts here. 56, 56, 56 miles per hour. And you can say they're close to 60. So that is doing some damage right now. Twinsburg into Twinsburg Heights. You've also got some heavy rain and some pretty frequent lightning at this moment in time. Now we're going to zoom on out. We're going to show you the other one. Oh, I'm zooming in. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm zooming into your backyard. If you're in Twinsburg, make sure you leave a comment right now. By the way, I'm going to turn on my comments so that we can see everybody. We got so many of you on the YouTube channel. Love having you there. Facebook as well. I got to turn on Instagram. Sorry. Let me go to Instagram right now and turn on the Instagram feed so everybody from Instagram can share in this as well. Just give me a sec. Let me find my Instagram feed. I think it's right in here. I got to find my Instagram, folks. Sorry about my folks in Instagram. There it is. Hold on. We're going to turn on Instagram right now. We're going live on Instagram at this very moment as well. So we're going to have friends joining us on Instagram. Okay, we're back to it. So here we are. We've got comments on. Let's see who we have here. Laura Lynn Marchand. Oh, love having you here. Dennis watching from Massillon. Let's see. Melinda says send some rain to Killbuck. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, because you know what? So many of you are out and about. You're outside of the picnic table. You're at a park. You're at a wedding. You're at, so many things going on right now. And I want everybody to know what's coming their way. So here we go with the severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's go into the Parma area and show you the big wind that's in Parma right now. So it's sliding in over the airport. And there you can see moving into the airport, we got some, there you go. Some pretty strong winds right there. Right, moving over the airport right now. It says 43 miles per hour. But again, we've got the cone of silence right there. So we can't really see the winds that are over the dome, the radar dome. That's disappeared. There are some strong winds there as well. So those are the two areas of concern. Also back out here, some newly developed strong winds that are coming in off this storm that's over Oberlin right now. We're seeing some 40-plus mile-an-hour wind gusts. You're technically in that severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15. So if you're in Oberlin, Amherst, South Amherst, and moving into the Elyria area, just batten down the hatches. We got some wind gusts, perhaps to 60 miles per hour coming your way. Let's widen out our view here one more time. We're going to scroll on in. Again, severe thunderstorm warnings out for Lorain, Cuyahoga, northern Summit County, and now northern Portage County until 5:15, all for some damaging 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I want to keep an eye on this Twinsburg cell right here that's moving. I got to kill a little bug that's right here climbing on me. See this area of wind right here? Pulling out of Twinsburg, it's now moving into Reminderville and Aurora. So that's now moving into Portage County. That was a main concern. So there it is right there. And you can see the wind gust still 50-ish miles per hour. There's a 50 there. Let's see what that one is there. That's 53. So you've got very, very strong winds. Technically, a severe thunderstorm warning is issued when you've got wind gusts of about 58 miles per hour or higher. And okay, we're pretty doggone close. In fact, there already may be some wind damage occurring right now, Aurora to Reminderville, or it's coming into Aurora right now. Okay, so wider view, I'm going to get rid of the split screen temporarily, and we're going to show you the motion of all these storms. You can see it's a pretty good line of thunderstorms that's lining up now from Trumbull County through northern Portage, northern Summit, southern Cuyahoga, central Lorain County. Then it dives into Huron County and then south toward Bucyrus, where there's another severe thunderstorm warning out for the Bucyrus area. That's technically not in our listening or viewing area, but if you're watching from there, you got a severe thunderstorm warning out for you for another 25 minutes or so. And our warnings here expire at 5:15. Let's put it into motion here. Let's see. Macedonia. Let's see what we got. Macedonia, Lorianne says it's pouring. Kathy, hi from Conneaut. Love having you here. My YouTube friends. Derecho, not at this moment in time. Not at this moment in time. For it to be a derecho, it's got to be on the ground for 4 hours or more, and it's got to do wind damage for like 250 miles. There's got to be damage reports here. So we're not quite there yet. But also look out over Lake Erie. We got some marine warnings out for these severe thunderstorms that are sliding into Erie, Pennsylvania, also going to impact Ashtabula County within, I would say, the next 25, 30 minutes. That's going to be another severe thunderstorm warning coming in pretty shortly for Ashtabula County. I'd give it 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll have a warning for those storms there out over the lake. We've also got some other thunderstorms that are filling in just to the north of Cleveland now. You can see those storms trying to fill in, and they'll slide toward downtown. And right now it's 4:46. They'll slide into downtown, I would say, within the next 30 minutes or so. 30 minutes or so. Are they done in Middleburg Heights? I don't think anything's done as of this moment because the cold front is still well to our north. So we're going to have several bands of thunderstorms that are forming and kind of dropping into the area over the next few hours. Now we have a severe thunderstorm watch for the entire listening area, viewing area. You can see it right there. Severe thunderstorm watch. I'll highlight that until 9 p.m. We're not going to need it that long. We're not going to need it until 9 p.m. These storms are going to race on through. Probably by 7, 8 o'clock, most of us, if not all of us, are going to be dry. So the tornado chance is low. But the concern would be for any like supercell thunderstorm early on to get a little spin to it. But there could be an EF0 or EF1 tornado across northern Ohio over the next couple of hours. I think once these join into a big, strong line, the tornado threat drops quite a bit. 5% chance for an EF2 plus tornado. We're not expecting that. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts or higher. That is a high chance, 80% chance that any thunderstorm is going to produce a strong damaging wind gust. 75-mile-an-hour winds or more, that's a very low chance of 20%. 1-inch hail is low. Definitely 2-inch hail chances are very, very low. Non-zero, but still very, very low. Okay, so here's where we have our severe thunderstorm warnings out. Let's slide it on out. For those just joining us, severe thunderstorm warnings until 5:15 for Lorain, Cuyahoga, portions of northern Summit County, 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds, and I was showing you those. We'll go back to that again. And here, of course, till 5:15 for northern Portage County for 60-mile-an-hour winds and some 3/4-inch hail. That's not technically severe. So here's where we have our severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. As you can see, Parma getting slammed. Moving into Strongsville, you got Oberlin to Elyria. You've got some strong winds there of 40 plus. We measured those. I'm trying to stay in frame for my friends on Instagram. How many of you are here from Instagram? Ooh, a lot of you. Okay, love that. A lot of you from Instagram. Nothing in Uniontown. I love my YouTube comments here. Raining here in Parma, no wind so far. Okay. As long as I can ride my broom safely, it's all good. All right, Audrey. Way to go, Audrey. All right, Conneaut, Ohio, only win for now, but it's coming your way. Coming your way. Let's veggies and flowers. Thank you for the rain in Brook Park. Love it. Does WKYC have an app? Absolutely. You go to your app store and you look for WKYC and you download that. It's in Manaway now. Love it. How's the weather for the game in Cleveland tonight? We're hoping to get the showers and storms south of Greater Cleveland by 7 o'clock. Looks really, really good. I think the game is going to go through just fine. Downtown Medina, windy and just a few drops of rain so far. There's more to come. Okay, we're going to wide that out. Show you where the storms are forming. We're going to keep a very close eye here over Lake Erie because that is another line that could develop and become severe. Already severe thunderstorms just to the north of Conneaut and Ashtabula. You've got marine warnings out for those storms for 50-mile-an-hour plus wind gusts. Of course, Erie County, Pennsylvania, under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds. Okay, so severe thunderstorm watch for everybody until 9 p.m. We're not going to need it that long. And we've got a couple of warnings out already for severe thunderstorms for Lorain County, Cuyahoga, Northern Summit, and Portage counties. I want to zoom back on in, and we're going to check out our wind gusts from these severe thunderstorms. We had been measuring 50-plus-mile-an-hour winds there. We're going to split screen it again. Oh, we still have that really strong wind gust now over Aurora. So over Aurora, you're getting, let's see, I got a 50-mile-an-hour gust there, 50. Oh, it's moving, moving 46, 47, diminishing a little bit as it's moving toward Manaway Corners, but don't sleep on this one. Everybody's inside, right? If you're in Shalersville, Manaway Corners, Aurora, Streetsboro, you're all inside, right? Hopefully. If you live in those areas and you're watching the stream, please comment right now. Oh, we got a comment right here. Streetsboro getting much needed rainfall. Absolutely. Happy Saturday, Mark and Mary. Andrea, happy Saturday to you as well. Appreciate you being here. Sunny and beautiful in Jeromesville, enjoying the pool. Kathleen. Yep, you got a little while longer to enjoy the pool. Appreciate your comment there. Love having everybody comment. Don't forget to like and share. Let all your friends and family know because you know what? We know you're not sitting in front of the TV set on a beautiful day like today in the middle of summer. You're outside. Your kids are outside. Your children, your grandchildren are all outside. They need this info. That's why if you share it on whatever feed you're watching from, then it could go into their feed. Maybe even drop them a quick text. Let them know. So there's our severe thunderstorm warnings. Oh, a new severe thunderstorm warning just popped up. Let's go grab it. This one is for the Medina County area, southern Lorain County, and this goes until 5:30 p.m. for 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds. So let's go on in. We got a cluster of severe thunderstorms now. This is brand new, just popped up on the screen as we're watching. This is live. This is live, everybody. Is it coming to Ravenna? Wait a minute. Let's see. Is it coming to Ravenna? Sitting in my swimsuit thinking I was going outside. Go ahead and go outside, but can you keep your phone handy? Can you keep your phone handy? I would. Go outside, and I'll tell you when it's coming your way. So here's the storm near Grafton. This is why they've issued the warning. This cluster of storms right in here. So the Oberlin, Pittsfield, and Grafton cluster of storms here, that could be producing some strong winds. We got 32. Let's see. What do we got? 35. You're at 35 to 40-mile-an-hour winds right now. I'm not really seeing any 60 in there, but potentially we're going to get some wet downbursts because these storms are piling up so fast. They're piling up the rain, and so that rain's going to drop and pull down some strong winds with it, and that's what creates these damaging wind gusts. I'm looking out my window right now, and I'm seeing towering cumulus over Lake Erie. I'm looking north over Lake Erie right now, and I'm seeing these towering cumulus out here. These storms right here are starting to fire. Okay? They are starting to get going. So we're going to keep an eye on those. Out over Lake Erie. Hold on one second. Aren't you glad the smoke is gone? At least for the day. I think it comes back tomorrow, but it shouldn't be nearly as bad as it was. So we've got Medina County, and I believe that was until 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 for that warning for Medina and in portions of Lorain County, central Lorain. You've got your other Lorain County, Cuyahoga, Northern Summit County severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15. By my watch, it's 4:54 for 60-mile-an-hour winds. And now you got Portage County for 60-mile-an-hour winds until 5:15. And I showed you that cluster of strong winds just moving out of Aurora, Streetsboro, headed toward Manaway right now. Other little thunder cell that's over Medina, and that's moving in toward Akron. We'll have to see what happens. And if you're in Akron watching now, these are going to be coming your way here. Let's take you back a little while, show you the progression of these storms over the last 90 minutes or so. And here they come. This main line that's developing right now, it's probably going to be your main severe threat. The storms that are coming in behind it will probably pack a little punch early. But then once they move over areas that have already been scoured out by the storms that are severe now, they'll probably weaken quite a bit. So we've got some downtown Cleveland folks that are out and about. They want to head into downtown. You got some storms over the lake that are going to come onshore by 5:30. All right, by 5:30. Pardon me, it's warm up here. It's warm up here in the Channel 3 satellite kitchen. Satellite kitchen. Jennifer in Chardon. Well, Chardon, we'll wait and see what happens to those storms over the lake. That's your chance for some rain. And I apologize for my voice a little bit squeaky. I've been breathing in some smoke the last few days like you have as well, and it impacts you. It impacts you. I don't see any thunderstorms in Avon Lake. Not yet. Not yet. But watch those storms over the lake. Here they come. Those storms over the lake. Oh, another severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Trumbull County for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Radar indicated until 5:30, 34 minutes from now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings already in the 3 News viewing area. And let's see, we'll stop it right there. Look at how many of you are with us right now. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, please comment. Please send me a little emoji. How do you feel about this weather that we're having? Okay. Is it possible due to the high Cape that more storms form after 9 p.m.? I don't think so. I think the front drops through. And once the sun goes down too, you're going to lose some sunlight energy. But also keep in mind, the storms that are forming now are eating up that Cape. The convective available potential energy, they're eating it up. Like they're devouring it like Miss Pac-Man. All right. They're devouring that energy right now. So even the storms that are going to come across the lake in behind these severe thunderstorms, they're eating up Cape that hasn't been touched yet. But once they get into northern Ohio, where these storms in Lorain County have been, storms in Medina County have been, storms in Portage County have been, there's not going to be much energy left there, at least not the amount that's there now that the current storms are eating up. So those storms that are coming in behind this line of severe storms, not going to be as strong, and the sun's going to be going down too. So a lot of these are going to fade away or become less severe. So very good question there. Very good question. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, the Cape right now, 3,500 to 4,000. It's being eaten by these storms that are occurring now. So these storms are scouring out the energy. And unless you get, a recovery of the atmosphere, which isn't going to happen before that line comes in after it that's over the lake, you're not going to get a big recovery at all. These storms are eating up the energy right now. So there they are. We get a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's show you Lorain County until 5:15, 17 minutes from now for 60-mile-an-hour winds. You got Lorain, you got Cuyahoga, you got Northern Summit County. You've got Northern Portage County under a severe thunderstorm warning and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and maybe 3/4-inch diameter hail until 5:15. That is 17 minutes from now. You've got the 3rd severe thunderstorm warning, and this is for the Medina County area and a little farther south in Lorain County for 60-mile-an-hour winds as well. Again, this is all radar indicated, but we've been showing it to you. And then Trumbull County until 5:30, 31 minutes from now, 60-mile-an-hour winds and a little bit of small hail in there. So what we can do is we can start to the west, and let's follow these storms in. And we're going to show you. Here we go. Woo! We're going to zoom on in here. And I'm going to go double panel. Let's do double panel. Let's bring it on in. We're going to show you some wind gusts here. Now, the good news here about the storm that's over Champion and Southington, I'm not seeing a huge amount of strong winds. We're seeing wind gusts, you know, moving away from the radar, 20, 30 miles per hour there. All right, this is the super res velocity. And we've got, I don't think it's storm relative velocity that's on right now. Okay, so, you know, you can see the wind gusts there have weakened a little bit. Back here toward Manaway and Shalersville, you got some strong winds in here. You've got measured, you're close to 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And now that's just moved here. Oh, we got some 53s. We got some 53 miles per hour. Okay, we can't be calling here. Sorry, I don't have time to take phone calls right now. Sorry about that, folks. So there you have some very, very strong winds at 50 plus. It's over Manaway and Shalersville as we speak. Man, I'm just checking my feed here. New severe thunderstorm warning. Guess where? Guess where? Right up here. Do. New severe thunderstorm warning until 6 p.m. for Ashtabula County. There it is, just popped in. And that's for the storms that are out over the lake. So the storms aren't even in there yet. Storms aren't even in there yet. And this is until 6 p.m. So there are the storms out over the lake right now that potentially are causing those. It's caused the warning. So you got a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust potential. 60, let's pop that up again. Hail, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, a little bit of hail in there. I'm not seeing a ton. It's a little bit of wind on the leading edge, okay? Right in there. So that's the newest severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 6 p.m. And it's 59 minutes away from now. So again, we're going back down the line. Okay, now see what's just happened here in the Trumbull County storm. We're zooming on in here. Now Champion. Notice what your winds are doing. They just increased. So now you're closing in on 50-plus-mile-an-hour winds right in here over Champion. That's where your wind gusts are strongest. All right, let's slide back in toward Aurora. Southington, you're getting some strong winds there. They're just beginning to pop. Keep an eye. Garrettsville, stronger winds approaching 50 miles per hour. Look at this. Manaway, Manaway, you've got into Shalersville, you got very strong winds trying to reach the ground here. Definitely. You've got what we call a rear inflow notch right back here. See this area here? This is part of the thunderstorm that's kind of collapsing in on the backside. So you got very weak ecoregion in here. And so this is where your strong winds are. So you've got basically collapsing thunderstorms here. All right, collapsing thunderstorms. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. So the folks in Manaway and Shalersville, the wind speeds are probably going to increase based on this pattern I'm seeing here with this little rear inflow notch, this little rear echo channel here. All right, punching into this way, creating some very, very strong winds at the surface. So Shalersville and Manaway Corners, right along the turnpike. You guys are Freedom Township, your next. Hiram, keep an eye out. Garrettsville, you got strong winds too. Now we're going to slide you back. Let's get rid of my pointer. Let's go back into northern Summit County. Look at this. Let's go to Grafton. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30. Let's go back to Grafton. Look at this. Look at that big old burst. This is a little downburst right now. It's a little downburst. You got an area of wind right in here. You've got the reds and the greens really punching. Look at that. 49, 50 miles per hour over here. It's a little less speed, but this is a downburst, the classic pattern of a downburst right in here. Perpendicular to the radar, okay? That is a downburst occurring right now. So LaGrange, you got perhaps some wind damage occurring right now. Grafton, it's headed your way as well. Classic pattern. Grafton, Eaton Township, LaGrange, Penfield, it looks like it's just to your north, but we're going to keep an eye on that, okay? and it's moving toward Valley City, maybe Litchfield as well. Brunswick, Medina City, you would be next, but it's a nice little downburst occurring there between Grafton and LaGrange. Okay, let's check out any other high wind speeds we're seeing. You got some stronger winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour. This would be Brecksville, Sagamore Hills, Macedonia, Garfield Heights, that area there. You got some very, very gusty winds right now coming down, even down toward Hinckley. You can see these pink colors. Twinsburg, Macedonia, those wind speeds are increasing a little bit. Let's go over here and check them out. You can see we got 50-mile-an-hour winds in here. Yeah, 51, 50, 49. So Macedonia moving into Twinsburg. Okay, keeping an eye on things here for you. A lot of wind to track. Am I seeing any signatures of potential tornadoes? I thought that was an unorganized velocity couplet. Well, it's basically a mesocyclone, but it's also, you know, you've got some strong wind showing up there, and it's kind of perpendicular to the radar. So that tells me we've got a downburst that's just hitting the ground and funneling out in several different directions. So that's particularly concerning over here in the Lorain County area near between Grafton and Wellington there. You can see the wind speeds right around Penfield are increasing quite a bit. Wind speeds here up to 39. And these wind speeds have decreased a little bit. There's a nice little downburst there. And we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning. It appears, let's see, did we? Something popped up. Okay, this one's new right in here. So now we got Akron under 1 until 6 p.m. So now we're into Summit County. Okay, now we're into Summit County and the rest of Portage County pretty much until 6 p.m., 54 minutes from now for 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated wind gusts and less than 3/4 of an inch hail right in here. So that's the newest one. So look at the severe thunderstorm cluster that we have. And we can see inside that cluster, we got a couple of areas of wind concern. You've got this one here, Grafton to Wellington. I think that's a nice little downburst. You've got some 40+ mile-an-hour winds right in here, moving into Twinsburg. You've got a couple of nice little bursts of wind that are sliding into northern Portage County, just out of Aurora. And you got near Cortland, you got some pretty strong wind gusts there. And then we're waiting on some winds out here over the lake that are going to slide on shore into Ashtabula County. I would get 10 minutes or so, and they're going to slide on in. The movement of these storms are basically east-southeast right now, east-southeast, and we've got quite a few individual cells popping up. And then we got this line of storms out over the lake. You can see it right here. See it right here. There are some pretty good wind gusts there. We're going to go into those and see what we can see as far as wind gusts go. So let's go over here to the brighter greens. Okay, we got some 25. I saw 25 in there, 28, 30. There's some 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts in there. All right, so as these come on shore, they may strengthen a little bit because they're still eating up some energy that's still in the air there. That's untouched air. Storms have not moved over Lake Erie yet. This is the first batch. But I think this batch that's here right now that's lining up from Wellington to Grafton to Parma to Twinsburg to Akron to Warren, I think this will probably be your dominant severe storm line as it gets going and moving east-southeast. So we'll keep a very close eye on that. Very close eye. Let's read this one. Severe thunderstorm warning. Portage County, Northeast Ohio, Southern Summit County until 6 p.m. Severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from Garrettsville to near Kent to near Wadsworth, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So they're moving east at 30. Okay. So you got this cluster of severe storms. You got this other line up here we're going to keep a very close eye on. You've got a marine warning that was just issued for this line. Okay, marine warning there. Let's put it into motion, show you the progress, if you will, of the storms. Look at how many folks are with us right now. On a Saturday, I'm trying to get everyone's attention by being here on digital and social media. Okay. Trying to, Newton Falls, Ohio, dark and the winds picked up. All right. Watch the storms. Yeah, they're headed toward Newton Falls. You're going to get some rain there. Could be a severe thunderstorm for you. Kathy Johnson watching from Ashtabula County. You got a severe thunderstorm warning, okay? Got a severe thunderstorm warning for Ashtabula County. Chardon, you're going to get something. We got to wait and see. There's no warning for you yet. You got a severe thunderstorm. When will it hit Concord and Mentor? Well, we're going to watch over the lake here. You got another 20 minutes or so before we see what's going on there. What do you think of the potential main line of storms trying to form over the lake? We chatted about that briefly. The storms that are over the land right now, from Grafton to Parma to Warren, they're taking up a lot of energy now. They're eating a lot of the moisture that's in the air. They're like Pac-Man. They're just eating it up, and that's what's fueling these storms here. Now, that line over the lake is eating up moist air as well, because there's been no storms over the lake as of yet. But once those storms move over the same area where we've already had thunderstorms, the air will not have recovered a whole lot. The moisture will not have streamed back in there to the extent it is now. So the storms that are over the lake probably won't be as strong to severe as the ones out ahead of it. Okay? There might be an exception. We'll see. But the storms that are firing now in these severe thunderstorm warnings are really chewing up the energy in the air. They're using up the Cape. They're using up the moisture, a lot of it anyway, not all of it, but a lot of it. So the storm's coming in behind it. We'll watch. There could be some strong ones, maybe even a severe thunderstorm warning or two from those. But once they hit stabilized areas from earlier storms, that air is going to be a little more stable. Once they move over that air again, they might even fade a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. That's normally what happens. So we got two lines going on. Two lines. Are you with me now? We got two lines. I love having you all here. Look at all of you here. Make sure you leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to share this feed to let all your friends and family know what's coming your way. So we got that line over the lake. All right. And I do have to keep a very close eye on that line over the lake, because the Guardians are very, very curious as to when these storms are going to arrive. They want to play baseball again at 7:10. I think they're going to be able to, because once this line of storms gets through, what's behind that would be very, very, very minimal as far as disruptions go for the rest of the evening. So I think once these two lines of storms get through, I think our severe weather threat would be pretty much done, even though the cold front still has to come through. Let me widen out the view a little bit. See, there's nothing, you can't see a whole lot of activity farther to the north behind that line that's over the lake, which is good. It's great news. So I think once we get this main line through, we got a really good shot that that's going to be it for severe weather. And it's moving through quickly. Moving through very, very quickly. So there's your severe thunderstorm warnings. There's warning number 1 until 5:15. And right now it's 5:12. 3 minutes to go on that one. 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds. Northern Lorain County, Cuyahoga, Northern Summit County. Next severe thunderstorm warning right over here. This is for Portage County until 5:15. Got another 3 minutes to go for that. 2 minutes. 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds. And those high winds are now moving into Trumbull County, where we have until 5:30, 60-mile-an-hour wind potential, severe thunderstorm warning. Farther to the south, let's show you this one. For Southern Lorain County and Medina County, you've got a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30. That goes, that's another 17 minutes for 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds. And then, of course, we've got Summit County until 6 p.m. and Portage County right here. Bring that up. Until 6 p.m., that's 47 minutes from now, for potential 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Are you with me here? Good, good, good. So where are the other storms out over the lake? We got to keep a very close eye on these, because these are interesting, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm watching these very, very carefully. So bear with me here. We're watching all the storms. We're not ignoring anybody. I know y'all want to know when it's going to be at my house. When it's going to be at my house. Got a tornado warning over there in Brookville. That's in western Pennsylvania. Our tornado threat is very, very small. But I will say out here over the lake, these thunderstorms here are looking pretty interesting. Why? Well, I can tell you right now, we got a little spin right in here. There's a little spin. We got another little spin trying to form in here. Are those tornadoes over the lake? We can check the velocities on them. Let's see. Right in here. No, I'm not seeing any reds and greens real at this moment in time. Okay. But they're spinning a little bit. So you got to keep a very, very close eye on those as they begin to move closer, because they could produce some wind damage. Okay, there are no severe thunderstorm warnings out. Well, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning out for Ashtabula County. I'm going to see if they're going to pull the trigger on Lake County. Right now, it does not appear they are. Right now, it does not appear they are going to do that. All right, they've got these strong thunder cells here. We're going to keep an eye on the winds. Show you the wind speeds here. Look, you got some pinks. You got up around Cortland still. You got some strong winds there. Strong winds that are sliding through Richfield and Bath, Twinsburg. You got some 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts here. Wherever you see the pink color, all right, we can draw. I can kind of circle the areas where I'm seeing some stronger wind gusts. Right in here, Reminderville, Twinsburg, Boston Heights, between Richfield and Bath. All right, seeing some pretty strong winds there. Let's move it over. Let's move it over into the Brunswick-Hinckley area. I could circle a spot in here, right there between Brunswick and Hinckley. I'm seeing some 40 mile an hour wind gusts up toward Grafton again, right in here where we've seen, you know, that little downburst. You're still got some strong winds there, potentially producing some gusty winds and perhaps some wind damage. Farther to the south, I'm not seeing any. I'm seeing some thundery weather around Bailey Lakes, moving into Ashland at some lighter rains, Shiloh to Shelby, and then coming in out of Bucyrus, you'll have those stronger cells that are currently warned for severe. We'll see if they may expand the warning into southern Richland County. So if you're watching from Mansfield, Ontario, Lexington, Belleville, keep an eye out. You may have to have a severe thunderstorm warning issued for you folks. Okay. So there it is. Ashtabula County, we're watching for you. You've got some strong thunderstorms your way coming across the lake. Severe weather warnings for Ashtabula County until 6 p.m. Let's get rid of my drawings there. All right. We'll close it on down and go back to one screen. So we'll watch this line that's out over the lake coming in. Could be strong to severe as it makes landfall. Sliding this way. Actually, it's more this way, okay? So it's going to take a little time. It's more this way, but it's okay. Coming in like that. But it's going to slide on shore. So from Lorain County to Cuyahoga, the shoreline, up Lake County shoreline, you're going to have some rain and thunder moving in. I can use the rain here as well, okay? I can use the rain as well. Let's see what comments. John, I didn't see your first comment. Sorry about that. Few drops in Amherst. Okay, love it. Winds picking up in Chesterland, but that's about it for now. Very dark in Barberton. I just came to tell you good luck. We're all counting on you. I watched that movie, Airplane John. I love that movie. Do you think there'll be anything severe near the lakefront? Well, that's what we're chatting about. That line that's over the lake, it's trying to get going. It may move on shore with some 40+ mile an hour wind gusts. They may have to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. But as it moves over areas that have already had thunderstorms there, like the ones over Grafton and Medina and Parma and Twinsburg, a lot of that energy is going to be used up by the time those storms over the lake reach that area. And I don't think we're going to have time to destabilize. New event, severe thunderstorm warning. We had the Summit and Portage County one until 6 p.m. Just keeping an eye. Now, you notice the Bucyrus severe thunderstorm warning was allowed to expire, and it was not extended. It was not extended. All right, so good news there, not extended. So we still have our severe thunderstorm warnings out. It is now 5:18. Let's see what they're doing with some of these warnings that are here, okay? Let's see. I've just got to extend this a little bit and get the next frame. Sometimes the warnings disappear, but they're coming back. Don't you worry. They're coming back. So we've got that line of thunderstorms that are going to move onshore into Ashtabula County in the next couple of minutes. So Conneaut already, the nasty weather's moving onshore. North Kingsville into Kingsville, Ashtabula, Saybrook, Geneva on the Lake. If you're at Geneva on the Lake right now or have kids there, send them a text and get folks into shelter. I'll never be over Macho Grande. Guardians, we've been chatting about it, Renee. Hey, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Renee's a former Kent Stater with me. Guardians game should be fine tonight. I think we're going to get this line through well before 7 o'clock. So I think the Guardians are going to be just fine. I've been chatting with the Guardians today. I've had Curtis on the line with me, and we knew we'd get game one in dry, and we knew we were going to slide in the storms in between game one and game two. And it looks like it's playing out just the way we planned. Thanks for the question. Timing and thoughts for Southern Stark County, also for Tuscarawas, Dover, New Philly. Well, I think you're closer to 7-ish, 7:30, 8 o'clock in this area here, okay? So you got a little while. So if you want to go out in the pool for another hour or so, you're pretty good. You got these storms near Crestline and Bucyrus coming in. Don't forget, everybody is under a severe thunderstorm warning, or a severe thunderstorm watch, I'm sorry, till 9 p.m. We're not going to need it that long, but there's the watch box. It's for everybody in northern Ohio. Let's zoom on out. Everybody has a severe thunderstorm watch. Tornado threat is very low. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the main threat. Hail threat is very, very low as well. You can see on that, the scale, it tells you very precisely what they're expecting. Okay, so we lost our severe thunderstorm warnings for Cuyahoga, northern Lorain, northern Summit, and northern Portage. And now we got a little severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued to kind of fill in the gap right in here in northern Summit County. 60-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds, 3/4-inch hail. And that's for the area here near Richfield and Bath Township. It kind of fills in that northern Summit County block that's going to be impacted by these storms near Hinckley. So we've got a pretty good line of storms scattered from Grafton to Hinckley into Richfield, Streetsboro, Rootstown, Akron downtown. You're getting some rain. You're under severe thunderstorm warning until 6. You got Newton Falls, Warren, Cortland. That cell there is getting a little feisty. That's moving out of Cortland. That's moving toward the Pennsylvania line. So we've got now 1, 2, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings on the map. Oh, 4, including Ashtabula County. Got to keep an eye on these. All right, I'm going to take you back a few minutes. There we go. We'll show you the progression. Watch. As of 3:33, nothing on the radar. Watch this. Watch them pop. Boom. We reached our convective temperature, which was right around 90 degrees, and these things just started to pop along a little old outflow boundary there. There they are, popping up. They just went up. You could see them. Mary and I were doing a little driving a little while ago, and you could see these towering cumulus just building. Okay, we're moving on shore now into Conneaut, Kingsville, Ashtabula Harbor. You're seeing the severe thunderstorm line moving in right now. Let's check on some of the wind speeds here real fast. There it is. Okay, so the Ashtabula County cell, we're starting to see some stronger winds pushing in right into Ashtabula County. So you can see these brighter pink areas here. Let's go out and find them. Let's do a pixel. 50. So you've got some 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts right in here, moving in toward Conneaut, North Kingsville. These Ashtabula winds are picking up as well. So you've got some 50-plus-mile-an-hour winds that are moving on shore right now. Ashtabula Harbor, Geneva on the Lake, North Kingsville, Conneaut. Got to be indoors. I know Geneva on the Lake, you're at Eddie's Grill or you're at Madsen's Donuts. Save me a donut, please. Cream-filled, cream stick. No maple, chocolate frosting. Got to have me one of the Madsen donuts. Those are the best. Here's Lake County. No severe thunderstorm for Lake County. I don't see any strong winds there. And then we're going to watch these storms over the lake. Couple of little features on them that you keep an eye on, like this one here and this one here. But there's no real sign that these are spinning up any kind of tornadic activity. The tornado threat today is super low. And the best chance for tornadoes is actually into western Pennsylvania, closer to the warm front, okay? closer to the warm front. All right. I love all your reports. I want everyone who's watching right now. Please write a comment. Tell me what the weather is doing right outside your window right now. I want to know where it's raining, where it's dry, if it's sunny, if it's cloudy, if it's windy. So everyone right now, just type in what's going on outside their window. Maybe you're outside. Tell me where you are. Much calmer in Brunswick. What would you do for a Klondike bar? You guys are great. We got who's doing all the airplane movie quotes? I'm loving it. Sunshine in Elyria. Love it. Oh, love this. This is great. Stopped raining in Oberlin. Gray skies. Perfect. Dark, dry but dark in Parma. Excellent. Wycliffe here. Overcast. Winds kicking up. Perfect. Dry in Beechwood. Minerva out in the garden. Sunny and breezy. All right, you get yours in a little while in Minerva. Braceville. Little wind. Rain has subsided. Perfect. Cloudy and breezy in Canal Fulton. Let's see what else we got. You guys are great. Love these comments here. Hudson, stopped raining, but still very, very dark. No one's experienced severe weather yet, right? No rain in Garrettsville, no wind. Parts of the sky are clear and sunny. All right, overcast and sunny in Elyria. Rain in Newton Falls, a little windy, but nothing crazy. Love hearing that. Is there anyone who's experienced any severe weather? Dry, cloudy, and windy. Pouring in Cuyahoga Falls. Thank you very much. Okay, look what we got going on. We're zooming on in here. All right, we got something happening. All right, here we go. We're zooming on in. We got some wind damage occurring right now, north of Cuyahoga Falls. Hey, Mary, would you please text Mike and Angie and let them know they've got 70-mile-an-hour winds headed their way? Okay, look at these wind gusts here. This 69 miles per hour, 72. This is moving into Cuyahoga Falls and Stowe right now. This is crossing State Route 8. All right, so we've got some major wind damage that's going to be occurring or is occurring right now, fall into the ground. Anybody in Cuyahoga Falls? Severe in Cuyahoga Falls, is that what we got? Okay, yeah. Cuyahoga Falls, you've got 70-mile-an-hour winds here. 76. Okay, so you've got 76-mile-an-hour winds headed into Stowe, Monroe Falls, Cuyahoga Falls. It's going to slide across Graham Road, Kent Road, Stowe Road. It's crossing State Route 8 right now, moving over Hudson Drive. It's going to cross Darrow Road in the next 5 minutes. New severe thunderstorm warning just issued for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Okay, I'm showing you the radar right now, and I'm measuring what I'm measuring, okay? Don't at me. Okay, so there it is, 60-mile-an-hour winds, radar indicated. So folks in Stowe, Cuyahoga Falls, Monroe Falls need to be in their safe space right now. You got a downburst occurring, a microburst occurring right now. It's going to be taking down some trees and power lines in a hurry. You got a little cell back here. Okay, we just moved the wind a little bit. It's now over Stowe and Monroe Falls. It is hitting the ground at 72 miles per hour. 72 miles per hour measured on the radar. 65 miles per hour here. Silver Lake. You got 60 plus, 60, 60. Okay, so we got 60 to 70-mile-an-hour winds all the way down just north of Talmadge Square, Talmadge Circle, I should say. So if you're in Cuyahoga Falls, Monroe Falls, Stowe, you're getting a major downburst right now, producing some strong, potentially damaging winds. This is in northern Summit County. Severe thunderstorm warning out for this cell in Summit County until 6 p.m. That's 32 minutes from now. But this is going to be moving quickly into Portage County. So we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning until 6 p.m. for Portage County, including Rootstown, Suffield, Palmyra Township, Deerfield for 60-mile-an-hour winds, radar indicated. But I'm telling you, I'm measuring them. Ravenna, it's coming your way too. Ravenna, Kent, it's knocking on your door in Kent. Bath Township, you're getting some strong winds, 40 to 50. But it's these 60-plus-mile-an-hour wind gusts right in here. Just to the north of Akron, it's Stowe and Cuyahoga Falls. Right in here. Sliding in toward Kent, Brady Lake, Brimfield, Ravenna, and Rootstown. These are moving toward the east at about 30 miles per hour. So if I'm going to draw a little a pixel on these, let's try and do that. We'll try and give you a little storm motion here. All right, so let's go right here to the core. And we're going to take you out. I'm going to do a little storm tracker. Whoops, I didn't do it right. Sorry. Let's try it again. Oh, I got to turn off this other product. My bad. Let's turn this off and see if it'll draw for me. And let's turn on, well, let's just do it. Let's just do it from right in here. Oh my goodness. See, it's the operator. It's not the program. Don't you worry. It's the operator. Oh, there it is now when I don't want it. All right, ignore this one. We're going to get rid of this one because this isn't the one. It's the operator. Let's try it again. Boom. Here we go. Wham. There it is. 30 miles per hour. So that puts it right about here. So we're doing a storm track Kent in 6 minutes, 5:32, 14 minutes into Brady Lake at 5:40. Are you with me here? Rootstown, you got 6 p.m., 34 minutes. Edinburgh Township, you're at 6:19, and Palmyra Township, 6:26. So again, a severe thunderstorm with potential 70-mile-an-hour winds now occurring, moving into Kent. It's in the Monroe, I'm sorry, not Monroe Falls. Let's get rid of that. We're going to zoom in again. We're going to go back in. Here it is. Boom. See those strong winds? There it is. Strong winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour. Cuyahoga Falls, Stowe, and Monroe Falls. Sliding in toward Kent, Brimfield, Talmadge, Brady Lake. All right, in the next 10 to 20 minutes, it's moving in toward you. Severe thunderstorm warnings are out for these cells. We've got another little cell that's producing some 40-plus mile-an-hour winds that's out of Newton Falls there. This is the strongest wind gust that I can find right now on any of these cells. And, of course, we've got our Ashtabula County warning. I'm not going to ignore that. I was measuring 40-plus mile-an-hour winds on these storms here, okay? 40-plus mile-per-hour winds. The storms are also moving onshore into Lake County, and they are non-severe into Lake County at this time. Good news there. Your biggest problem right now is in northern Summit County moving into Portage County. Whoops. My mouse. It's me and my mouse. We're having fights. Me and my mouse. Okay? Me and my mice. There it is. Big time. Big time winds through central Summit County. There it is. It's moving in. It's crossing the border right now. It's moving through Talmadge, Brimfield, Kent on the northern edge, moving into Brimfield now. So Monroe Falls, Kent, Brimfield, Talmadge. There's that wind gust. And this is serious wind, folks. Serious wind. How strong? 67, 65, 65. That's taking down trees and power lines. 65. Everybody inside. Okay, everybody needs to be inside. What's going on in, okay, Brimfield, Kent, talk to me. Talmadge, Monroe Falls, talk to me. You got 60 to 70 mile-an-hour wind gusts on the radar moving through your communities right now, strong enough to take down trees and power lines as we speak. And by my watch, it's 5:32 p.m. There is likely damage occurring in this area now of extreme eastern Summit County and now crossing the line into Portage County, where we're measuring 60 to 70 mile-an-hour wind gusts. Take your safe space. Get in your shelters. Everybody indoors. Hopefully you are right now. It's moving into Brimfield, Brady Lake, Kent. It's coming your way. Very, very strong straight line wind gusts. Straight line wind gusts right in here. That's the most serious spot that we have right now. Of course, there's a severe thunderstorm warning out for you. This is until 6 p.m., 27 minutes from now. By my watch, it is 5:33. I'm writing down this time. Boom, boom. Okay, 5:32. There it is. Tell me what's going on. If you're in Kent, what's going on? That's not thunder or roaring sound. Still strong winds. Okay, tell me what's going on. Ravenna, very still in Ravenna. Monroe Falls, swirling sounding winds. Tammy, you're back in. Don't you worry. You're back in. Nothing in Willoughby Hills. Okay. Kent. Kent was quick winds, heavy rain. Okay. Tell me what's going on. What's going on? Power flickers in Cuyahoga Falls. Okay. Ed, what's going on in Stowe? Okay. Janine says, wind is calm now. Just raining. Power went out, came back on. Internet is out. Cuyahoga Falls here. Okay, so Cuyahoga Falls, you're out of the woods, but did you have severe weather? Hail in Monroe Falls. Okay, good. How big was the hail? They're saying 75 miles an hour winds. Hey, that's what I'm saying too, Karina. Have you been watching? Turn off the Weather Channel. They're in Atlanta. You don't need the Weather Channel. We're right here for you, Karina. Everybody tell her to turn off the Weather Channel. We're tracking this for you. All right. There it is. Brimfield, Kent, you're in your safe spot. These are straight lines, 60 to 70 plus mile an hour winds. Kent, Brimfield, there it is. There it is. I'm going to zoom on out again. We're going to show you the Ashtabula County storms and everything that's coming in. Ashtabula County, I'm measuring like 40 plus mile an hour winds for you. It doesn't look like it's a major severe event. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Still raining cats and dogs in Cuyahoga Falls. What about East Lake? East Lake, you got a line of thunder cells that are just to your north. Right now, it's non-severe. Non-severe. Very bad wind in Talmadge. Okay, love it. Turn off the Weather Channel. Thank you, Suzanne. Somebody coming on here saying the Weather Channel says, as I'm pointing you directly at 70 mile an hour winds. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Okay, we just got a new scan. So our only real concern right now for severe weather is right here. We're bullseyeing it. It's crossing into Portage County, out of Summit County. It's moving out of Cuyahoga Falls, Stowe, and Talmadge right now into Kent, into Brimfield. And again, we're measuring, there it is, right over Brimfield right now. Anybody in Brimfield? It's just crossed Interstate 76 and it's crossing Route 43. It's right over the center of Brimfield, right over the I-76 Brimfield exit, Route 43 as well. You're getting some strong winds here. It's 70 mile an hour winds. 69, let's call it 70 because we're friends. Okay. Tell me what's going on in Brimfield, in Portage County. Do you have damage in your yard? Let me know now, please. We are measuring 70 mile an hour winds sliding through Portage County into the Brimfield area. Guess where they're going? They're headed toward, hold on one second. Hey there.
Hey.
Yeah, you.
Are you on the air?
Yeah, I'm on the air. You've got a severe thunderstorm warning just to your north. It's not for you. And I see 40 mile an hour winds that are just on shore now they're into Saybrook and Plymouth. So they're coming your way. You're 5 minutes out before the rain hits you.
The rain is going to hit us though?
It is going to hit you. Yep, you're going to get rain. Hey. I'm on a live stream right now with 800 people. Cool. All right. You too. Bye-bye. That was my sister. She's having a big backyard party. She had to check in with me. I love that. Family, you bet. And she's out here in the Jefferson area, right in here. And you can see the thundery weather moving on shore there. It doesn't look like they're going to have severe weather, just some gusty winds, which is good. So Tammy Ray, just some rain. You'll have to take cover for a few minutes, and then you'll be back out swimming in the pool. Geneva on the Lake, you're getting some rain. North Perry and Madison, you're getting some wind gusts here, 40 plus miles per hour. All right, let's go back down. Got to keep an eye. There it is, Brimfield. Boom, 70 mile an hour wind gusts right in there. Right in there, right over the center of Brimfield. State Route 43, and it's headed toward Rootstown, Edinburgh Township. It's moving east at 30, but it's producing 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. This is going to take trees and power lines down. So if you're in these areas, if you've seen damage, winds are whipping in Brimfield. I love it, Casey. That's the way. First batch just went through Akron. Windy, thunder, heavy rain, pea-sized hail. Stay safe. Love it, Sherry. Great report. I'm at Progressive Field. You think we'll start in a delay. They have the tarp on. You will be fine because this line of storms is going to come through downtown. It's only 5:39 now. It's going to come through. I mean, there might be a little delay because they have to, put the new sand on the field, but you're going to play ball. You're going to play ball here. So the only severe thunderstorm warnings we have right now, this one here until 6 p.m. and the other one in Portage County, pardon me, until 6 p.m. But I'm telling you, the real threat is 70 mile an hour winds right now moving through Brimfield. You got some stronger winds out here. I'm measuring 40, 47. So you got 40 to 50 mile an hour winds here just west of Akron. Moving in toward the Kenmore leg. So Norton, Kenmore, you're 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. That'll move into Coventry, maybe Portage Lakes, but it's probably going to slide right in along the Kenmore leg, I-76 to State Route 8 on the south side of town, Firestone Park. Okay, right in there. That's where you're going to get to 50 to 60, well, 40 to 50. And then you're right here in Brimfield. My goodness. See the problem? See the problem? Let's find that 70 mile an hour pixel. There it is. Boom. 70 miles per hour between Talmadge and Rootstown, right over Brimfield. All right. Stretches up to Howe Road, Malloy Road. Let's see. We got Ranfield Road. That's in there. You're getting 70 mile an hour winds. We can go in even further. I can tell you some streets. You got Old Forge Road. You got State Route 43 right here in the middle. You got Talmadge Road. This is going to change. So this is moving already out of Brimfield. There it is. Boom. Just moved. Wow. Wow. That was a microburst. So what just happened here? What just happened here? Well, the wind speeds dropped in a huge way. We had a microburst, a collapsing thunderstorm that formed right here. Watch. Bam. It starts forming here. Right up in here. Boop. See these winds here? 60. I'll zoom in. That's when the microburst started, falling down, hitting the ground. Right there. Bam. Cuyahoga Falls, Stowe, Monroe Falls. 70 mile an hour winds, 75 mile an hour winds on the ground. Starts to expand outward. Notice how it's expanding outward. These are straight line winds, but it expands outward. It's now Stowe to Talmadge. Now watch. Next one expands even further north, south, east, and west. Kent, Brimfield, getting hit. 70 mile an hour winds into Brimfield, still raging. Guess what? Microburst over. The thunderstorm collapsed. It dropped all of its wind. Boom. You're still looking at some strong winds at this moment. Look, you got a 56 mile, 62. That's still severe. You're still getting some wind damage here. Moving into Randolph Township, moving into Rootstown, you still have some lingering wind damage occurring. There's 60. But that microburst, did you see how it faded in one scan? Drops down, 70, 75 mile an hour winds, expands outward in all directions, keeps moving, and then wham, the wind speed goes out. The microburst is done. It's collapsed all the way down to the ground, and its wind is done. So we still have some damaging winds there, but wow, crazy. And then the next scan moving into Rootstown and Randolph should be a little calmer. Wow, that's craziness. So once again, watch the progression of this microburst. Starts right up here north of Akron. Watch it there, coming down. It's on the ground. 60, 70, 75 mile an hour winds into Brimfield. Last scan, starting to relax. Still, though, some damaging wind gusts. Still some damaging wind gusts right in there. Crazy. You're watching it in real time with me. We're analyzing it in real time. Let's go back north. People are at Progressive Field. Okay, you got a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued for the Mansfield area, southern half of Richland County for 60-mile-an-hour winds. That goes until 6:30. We got some strong winds down there. I'm not picking up too strong, but that's far away. That's pretty far away from the radar. You got a cluster of thunder cells here in northern Wayne County, non-severe. You got some strong winds over here moving into South Akron, 47 to 50-mile-an-hour winds. And of course, you've got that blast of wind there. We'll go up to the lake shore. We're starting to get a gust front moving on shore. Does anybody see a shelf cloud? Anybody? We're starting to get a little gust front that's coming on shore, starting to race out ahead of the main line. You can see it right in here. Whoop, kind of joins in here. So you may begin to see a shelf cloud. I'm trying to look out my window. If there's a shelf cloud, it's past me. Okay. How about that? But the storms that are moving into downtown Cleveland are non-severe thunderstorms. Non-severe thunderstorms. I need to send a little message. Non-severe thunderstorms. Okay. I'm going to send a little message here. Bear with me. Here it is. Okay, I'm typing it in. I got some friends who are downtown. And I sent that out. So far, non-severe. Boom. Wow, that was crazy. We all witnessed a microburst in real time. Now I want to know, is there wind damage? Is there wind damage? Let's ride this whole thing out. We're going to start to play a lapse. I call it a lapse. That's what it is. We're going to take you back a couple hours. Watch these storms firing up. Severe thunderstorm warnings for Lorain and Cuyahoga and Northern Summit and Portage and Medina. They expired because of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And then we had this microburst that pops down in Central Summit, moving into Portage County, producing 70 to 75-mile-an-hour winds. Now that microburst is fading itself out, which is great. And now we're watching a line of thunderstorms push on shore into the greater Cleveland area and up the shoreline into Lake and Ashtabula counties. But these pretty much are non-severe, even though there's a severe thunderstorm warning out for Ashtabula. I do believe my friends who are watching from Jefferson at my sister's little gathering, you may get a 40-mile-an-hour wind gust here, but I don't expect you're going to have any trees come down. You're going to have to take cover for a few minutes. It's moving in right now. My friends who are watching from Cleveland, who are waiting for wedding ceremonies and Guardians games, you've got a little line of non-severe storms that are going to come in the next 20 minutes or so. And once those are through, I think we're good. I think we're going to play ball and enjoy some cocktails at our wedding. Okay. So there's the progression. And so far, no new severe thunderstorms. The storms are in Akron now. They're coming into Canton. I know we've got a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect for everybody. I'll pop that up. Whoops. Until 9 p.m. But you're not going to need it that long. I think once that line over Lake Erie gets through, I don't know if there's going to be any severe weather threat left because the storms are eating the energy. We've got some very strong convective available potential energy out ahead of the thunderstorms in a very unstable atmosphere. But as these storms are firing up, they're eating that fuel. They're eating it up. They're consuming it. I'm out of the pool and safe inside, Kathleen. Great. I am so happy all of you are here today on a Saturday. We've been on an hour, and we got so many of you who are here. So many of you who are here. Will they cancel the severe watch since you said we won't? They'll probably start canceling out counties from north to south. So the first counties that'll be out of the watch will be the northernmost counties of Ohio. Okay, good question. Anything about Allentown, PA? I don't go that far. I think you're under either a tornado watch or a severe thunderstorm watch there as well. Wind and rain in Hartville. Thank you. Oh, hey, I am very happy to do these lives. When the weather's at its worst, I want you to come to me first. How's that? I'm writing that down. When the weather's at its worst, come to me first and the 3 News Weather Team. Don't forget to like and share this, please. Leave a comment. I want to know if we've had any damage. Okay, Stark County, brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Just came down. 60-mile-an-hour winds until 6:45. Now, my friends in Canton, it also includes parts of Wayne County right here. Let's zoom on in. Zoom on in. New Franklin, City of Green, Rittman, Marshallville, Orville, Massillon, Canton, North Canton, Hartville, Louisville. You're all in it. Alliance, my friends at Q92 Radio, you got a severe thunderstorm warning out for you until 6:30. 6:45, my bad, 55 minutes. Radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour winds. So where's that microburst now? Watch that thing. I want to know, Kent, Stowe, Cuyahoga Falls, what happened? Tell me. When? Tell me. The Mogador Festival still going on. Denise, was there any severe weather in Mogador, or did it just go to your north? I think it just went to your north, didn't it? I can zoom in on Mogador here real quick. There's Mogador. What happened in Mogador? Did we get something? Oh, you got a nice little burst of rain. It's still raining there. All right, we're going to stop this here in real time. We're going to go real time mode right here. Okay, Lakemore. Let's check out some of these wind speeds. Okay, we got 50-plus-mile-an-hour winds right here in Lakemore. Mogador, just to your south, you're looking at 38-mile-an-hour winds. They're still doing the festival right now. I hope everyone's in where it's safe, because right now they got strong thunderstorms moving overhead. So what's left of our microburst moving into Randolph Township, 56-mile-an-hour winds. There are still damaging wind gusts right here in Randolph Township, moving up toward Rootstown. You got Randolph Road, you got Hartville Road, you've got State Route 46 from Rootstown to Randolph. You got some 50 to 60-mile-an-hour pixels showing up right here on the radar. You still have some damaging winds. Atwater, you're getting 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts right there. So this is what's left of that microburst that started out here near Cuyahoga Falls, moved through Stowe, Kent, Brimfield, now sliding into the Rootstown area, Edinburgh, Atwater. You're still looking at 50-plus-mile-an-hour winds there. All right, still looking at it. I'm starting to get some gusty winds here in my backyard. The Ashtabula County warning, let's see. Still there. Let's see where the strong winds are. See where the strong winds are, okay? So there's the party in Lenox. There's still no rain yet. Still no rain yet. Jefferson's starting to get the rain. Pierpont, okay, you've got some 50-plus-mile-an-hour winds in Pierpont right now. What's moving into Jefferson will be 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. They're in Austinburg right now. Jefferson, I'm seeing some 38 to 40 in there. So Dorset, Richmond Center, Lenox, Roaming Shores, you've got, I would say, 30 to 45-mile-an-hour winds moving your way. Then out here, you got Pierpont at 53, but those are going to move into western Pennsylvania. In fact, there's already a severe thunderstorm warning out for those winds moving into western PA. You can see it right there. So good news. Good news for downtown Cleveland. Yes, you're going to get a little rain, but we're getting some wind out here in Lake County. Remember what I told everyone who was asking, will those storms over the lake be severe? When you have storms that are firing out in front of that line, those storms are using up the energy. So when this line of storms moves in, there's not going to be as much fuel left. So it's a small fire rather than a big fire, if you know what I mean. So there it is, coming into downtown. These things are not feisty at all. I love that idea. The feisty storms right here. New Franklin, heavy rain. Summit County, you've got Stark County. We're moving in. Rittman, you're seeing some gusty winds there, but we may be looking at another little downburst getting ready to go. So if you're in Smithville and Marshallville, you're having some gusty winds. You're 30 plus mile an hour wind gusts right now, Smithville to Marshallville. I'm curious to see whether we're going to have another little downburst coming in to North Lawrence, Orville, Canal Fulton. Keep an eye out. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning there until 6:45 for 60 mile an hour winds. But look up in here. I mean, City of Green, Uniontown, Lakemore, you're in that 40 to 50 mile an hour wind range right now. Uniontown, Hartville, Marble Township. You got Randolph Township still pushing 60 mile an hour wind gusts there. Edinburgh, Atwater. You got some strong winds. So there still could be some wind damage occurring here. All right, zooming on out. We're going to track this. Keep on keeping on. I'm going to go back to the single pane tracker mode, and we'll show you the progression of these thunderstorms. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 9 p.m. We're not going to need it for that long. Okay? Not going to need it for that long. Getting dark and windy in North Canton. It's one of my favorite drinks. Dark and windy. No, it's dark and stormy. Sorry, my bad. Mentor's getting a little wind. We do need the rain, and I'm not sure we're going to get it here farther north. You folks in the south with all these severe thunderstorm warnings are kind of stealing our thunder. I am telling you, the rain just split. Lake County's not getting hardly anything. The rain just split. Watch this. Lake County, look. Boop. Look at Lake County. Watch. Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. Ah, very little rain. I'm going to have to water my garden. Look at that. Hardly anything. Just some wind coming in now. And those storms over the lake are having a hard time. They're having a hard time. They're not doing well. They're fading. They're fading fast, folks, because the energy has already been eaten up by these storms that are in. So the Stark County warning, we'll see if Tuscarawas County gets a warning. This might be it. This might be it. Watching you while using radar scope to look at things as well. Watching things break down as they try to form over Lake County. No kidding. Crazy. Darn, Magnolia is not in the warning. Wanted a good storm. Well, hopefully you get some rain. It's almost stopped in West Ashtabula Township. Okay, good to know. Will the temps be cooler now? Yes. Although the cold front is still farther to the north, so there's still the threat for an isolated thunder shower through the evening hours until we get that cold front through. But I really do believe the severe weather threat is going to be going away once these two little lines get through, even though there still could be a remnant lingering thunder shower as the actual cold front comes through closer to 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. We'll see. But a lot of the fuel's being used up here. We got these thunderstorm warnings now. Youngstown, that Youngstown area, Mahoning County is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got Wayne County, Stark County, southern Summit County around the Portage Lakes. You've got southern Portage County in a severe thunderstorm warning, and now Mahoning County and Columbiana County. The Ashtabula County severe thunderstorm warning, I mean, they should cancel that. They really should. Because if I go up here, and go in close, and let's bring up our double panel. Let's go into our double panel. See, all right, I'm seeing 40 mile an hour wind gusts in here, but I'm not seeing 60. It could be, I mean, you might have some wind damage here, Harpersfield to Austinburg. It would be very, very discreet. It really would be. It would be very minimal. Good knock the remainder of that smoke down. We are going to get a little bit of smoke coming in tomorrow, but it should not be as thick. It still could be hazardous to those of you who are sensitive to it, okay? Had the longest roll of thunder I've ever heard. Still kind of going on. 5 minutes in Richland County? Wow. So there's the current situation in Ashtabula County. Technically a severe thunderstorm warning there for 2 more minutes, but I don't think they're going to extend it. Lake County, you've totally dried out, which is disappointing for my garden. Let's zoom on in here. Okay, we still have some pretty good winds now around Randolph. We really do. We have some pretty good winds here. I can show you, I can put a pixel on those. I can put a reading on those here. Look, 60. You're still seeing 60-mile-an-hour winds there. So that's the remnant of that downburst, that microburst that I am sure caused damage. And I want to know, folks in Portage County and Summit County, what kind of damage are you seeing? Stowe, Monroe Falls, Cuyahoga Falls, Bath Township, Kent, Brimfield, Randolph, Suffield. What kind of damage? Mogador even. Did you get any? Still have some gusty winds here. Hartville, Greentown, North Canton. Got some very gusty winds. I can throw that pixel on it, and that is showing me, come on, 57. So we've got some strong winds still here in that severe thunderstorm warning for Stark County. Here it is. 57, 59. I saw 59 in there. So you're still severe winds, straight line winds out here in southern Portage and Stark counties, even into Mahoning and Columbiana counties. Let's look over here. Make sure the Mansfield folks are good. Loudonville, okay. You got some strong winds right along the Knox County line. Richland County, some strong winds there. Also got a little twist in here. Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. And you let me know if you're seeing the same thing. Okay? So right in here, we got a little notch. Little inflow right in there. And then you got some winds wrapping around this way, right in here. So this is what we watch for on the radar. This is a little spin. This is a little spin. So what I'm going to do here is actually, I'm going to do some storm relative velocity here. All right, this is storm relative velocity. As if the storms were standing still, what would the winds be doing? So if I'm looking for a little couplet, I'm actually seeing it right here. So what I'm going to say to you folks, right along Butler to Fredericktown, right along the southern Richland County, Knox County line right there, is I bet you're seeing a wall cloud. I bet you're seeing a little section of the cloud that's lowered down, and it may be slowly rotating. Remember, there is a small tornado threat. You got to have a wall cloud first before you get a funnel cloud, before you get a tornado on the ground. So the wall cloud is the first thing. So this is practically out of our viewing area, and it's gonna move this way. So it's gonna be in Knox County. But that is definitely what you look for when you're tracking, when you're doing some radar analysis, things like that. Does that make sense? Boop. Let's go back here and see what we got. Ooh, super resolution. There it is. There it is. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to change it, and let's go, and we're going to go back to reflectivity. There you go. So you can see there's a little tiny hook right in here. Just a little tiny indentation. Is it a tornado? No, but I bet it's a lowering. I bet there's an ominous dark cloud there, like a wall cloud. That's what we would expect from that kind of a signature on the radar. All right. There it is. All right, let's go back north and find some storms. Whoa, I'm zooming in too far. It's the mouse. I'm blaming the mouse. Who do you blame? Yeah, I blame me too. Get rid of that. Come on, sorry. Okay, we don't need that. Let's go back in. So where are our strongest winds? They're right in here. They're right in here where we have our severe thunderstorm warnings for Stark County, southern Summit County, and a portion of northeast Wayne County. And that expires, I believe, at 6:45. Yep, 6:45. We also have Mahoning County and Columbiana counties in severe thunderstorm warnings until 6:30. And here's the wind. And these are still strong winds right here from that microburst that we were watching. That microburst, look right in there. starts to form right there. That microburst starts to form on the velocity right here. Quick Road to Wetmore Road to State Road to East Steeles Corners Road. There's that microburst just starting. Look at the winds there. This was at 5:17 p.m. 5:17. 68 mile an hour winds right there near the ground. Next frame. Oh my, it's on the ground and it is big. 76 mile an hour winds moving through north side of Cuyahoga Falls, East Steeles Corners Road, moving into Silver Lake and Stowe. Moving into Silver Lake and Stowe. Big time. And then it moves into Silver Lake and Stowe. Starts to expand out into Monroe Falls. 72 mile an hour winds measured. Enough to take down trees and power lines. Big branches coming down. Then it slides south and east. Talmadge. Moving toward Brimfield. It's right over Brimfield at 5:35. There it is. Again, you're measuring 70 plus mile an hour winds right in there. Then it starts to weaken a little. We still have some strong winds in here. You still have 60 plus, but now it's funneling out, it's fading out. Still strong winds though. So we still have severe thunderstorm warnings. And now here's the current position of those winds. Strong winds, Louisville to Lexington to Alliance, Marlborough Township, North Canton. You're getting 40 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts there. Severe thunderstorm warning for you until 6:45. Until 6:45. There it is. Pretty cool. We're almost at 5 minutes of constant rolling of thunder. Wow, where are you again? Getting really dark in Canton, no rain yet. It's coming. Heavy rain in Canton? Okay, good. Northwest Canton by Whipple Avenue, Sippo Lake area getting dark. Carmen says it's snowing in Boise, Idaho. All right. Hey, we have a national audience here, which I really, really love. Rain starting south of Jefferson, very, very windy. Already hearing thunder at I-77 US Route 30. Good. Right on schedule. How about Chardon? Well, what? What's up, Mayor? Okay, my wife is telling me we have some damage reports coming in from Stowe. Did he text a photo? Can you send it to me? We have some reported damage coming in from that area, 70 mile an hour winds around Stowe, Silver Lake area. And we're going to start to Columbiana County. You've got a severe thunderstorm warning, Mahoning County until 6:30. Mary's going to text me that picture and hopefully I'll be able to show it to you right on the screen. Okay. So we have confirmed damage from where that microburst hit that we're getting in. Chardon, you know what, Chardon, I'm sorry to say, I don't think you're going to get any rain at all. It did the split. It did the split. It did the split. Okay, thank you. Okay, here's the image. This is my son's neighbor. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to show it to the camera. This is my son's neighbor. He's got large tree branches on his house. This is exactly what I was worried about when we were telling folks in Stowe and Monroe Falls and Cuyahoga Falls to get inside, take cover. You had 70 mile an hour winds coming your way. Is Mike all right, babe? Small branches coming down. So we're getting damage reports in. This is from family members. This is from family members. This thunder is rolling so long, and I don't see any near us in Hiram. Remember, you can have what's called bolt out of the blue. You can have a lightning bolt strike 35 miles away from a thunderstorm. 35 miles away from a thunderstorm. Oh, we got some strong winds again showing up here. This is now Stark County. Look at these winds here. All right. So I'm going to tell you in Middle Branch, 65, 67 miles per hour. Okay, everybody in Stark County right now, north and east of Canton, look out. Middle Branch, Harrisburg, Alliance, Lexington, Bolton, Marlboro Township, and now we're sliding into Sebring, which is in Mahoning County, moving towards Salem. You've got 60 plus mile an hour winds and even approaching 70. Now showing up on the radar. Again, this is going to be a little aloft here because the radar beam is rising because of the curvature of the earth. So we're shooting a few thousand feet up, but ground level, you're still looking at, perhaps 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Okay. We're getting damage reports in. Kent Road closed westbound at Maiden Lane and Silver Lake due to wires on the roads. Boom. Right where we saw the microburst. Windy, but a little rain in Randolph now. Shelf Cloud in Wadsworth. Raining pretty steady on Myers Lake. Very dark sky. Some wind, but very foggy looking. Okay. All right, so we're getting damage reports, and you may have some wind damage occurring here. But remember, because we're so far south on the radar beam, with the radar beam, it's shooting up above the ground level a few thousand feet. So there's no guarantee that these strong winds we're measuring are hitting the ground, but the potential is there. And based on what we've already seen, just north and west toward Akron, they very easily could be producing wind damage right now. Can anyone give me a report in Louisville? Can anyone let me know what's going on in Alliance right now? You've got some strong winds over you. In eastern Stark County, just outside of Canton, Louisville, Harrisburg, Alliance, Bolton, Middle Branch, you've got some strong winds near ground level that could be producing wind damage, taking down trees and power lines. Please stay safe, get everybody indoors. It's not going to last long, but it could be doing some damage. Already damage reports coming out of Summit County, the Stowe Silver Lake area, of power lines down, trees down, branches down on homes. So please, please, please be aware, okay? Please be aware of what's going on. The severe thunderstorm warning for Ashtabula County has been allowed to expire. You got thunder moving through there right now and some brief heavy rain, but that's it. And look at this over the greater Cleveland area. You got some light rain moving into Bracknell right now. Light rain. The stuff over just to the north of Cleveland is fading fast. All right, I got to let my friends know downtown again. Fading fast. Okay, good stuff there. So Guardians game, again, it's 6:12. You got a little shower here north of the lake. It's very, very weak, very weak. The game may be delayed a little bit because you got to take the tarp off and because, they may have to throw down some sand on the groundskeepers, but they're going to play ball tonight. I wouldn't hesitate to go down to the ball yard and watch. So our main area of concern right here in eastern Stark County, where we have some very, very strong winds evident on radar just above ground level. Are they reaching the ground? That's what I'm asking you. Massillon dark with a very heavy downpour. Pretty strong winds and rain in Alliance. Okay, good. Alliance, stay with me, Alliance. Stay with me, Tara. Better grab a shower in case the power goes out. Well water. Watching that high wind there. This is Stark County. Eastern Stark County. Alliance to Louisville. That Route 62 corridor. Anybody in Louisville or Robertsville right now, let me know what's going on. Homeworth, it's coming your way as it moves into Columbiana County. Alliance, what are you seeing? I'm seeing just above the ground 62-mile-an-hour winds. I'm seeing 65-mile-an-hour winds here, just above the ground. Louisville, again, by the time the radar beam gets here, it's a few thousand feet up. But it's usually a pretty good indicator of what's going to be coming down to the ground, especially in this kind of environment, based on what we've seen so far today. Magnolia, East Sparta, not included in the Stark County warning, but Mineral City is under the warning. How does that happen? It's just an arbitrary line. Don't overthink it. You're close, keep an eye. You're close, keep an eye. Actually, there is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for you. Okay, there it is until 7:15. So you're covered. You are covered under a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay? There's the storms up to the north, fading fast. My goodness, I was hoping for some rain in my garden, and I did not get it. Down here in Canton, though, east of Canton, you got some strong winds just above the surface. You got severe thunderstorm warnings for Stark County till 6:45. It's 30 minutes from now. You've got Mahoning County under a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, you've got Columbiana County under a severe thunderstorm warning. And you've got parts of, that's the severe thunderstorm watch. Never mind. It'll come back. You got a little portion of Dover, New Philly. Well, not Dover, New Philly, technically. Tuscarawas County under severe thunderstorm warning. Soaker in Canton. Woo-wee. Chardon looks dry, Johnny. It's going by you. You got a little sprinkle or two around you. That is it. Heavy rain downtown Louisville. Not much wind right now. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Love these reports. Keep them coming. Windy and rainy. Pro Football Hall of Fame. Love it. Downtown Canton. Is Summit County expected to get another strong storm tonight? The answer is no. Mentor, you're done. It went around you. It went around you. Crazy. Now, you might, as the cold front arrives later on tonight at 9 or 10 o'clock, there's a couple of little pea shooter showers just to the north of Fairport that may drop on shore. But there's really nothing farther north here. So I think this is the big show, and it's moving in right now. And right now, the biggest show is over Stark County, Mahoning County, and Columbiana County. Columbiana County. Remember that little spin that I was chatting about down south here? Well, you can see it's got a nice little S-curve to it. So it is definitely a little rotating supercell thunderstorm. You can see the little S-curve in here. Whoop, we can spell the letter S like that. So here's your inflow in here. So it's a rotating supercell. Could be a little wall cloud in here, but there's no tornado. We're not worried about that in that cell. Just going back, still a severe thunderstorm warning out for that. But the worst of the weather is now into Knox County. It's not in the 3 News viewing area, so we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it. Look at that wind. Louisville, Paris, Homeworth, Alliance, Lexington, sliding into Columbiana County, moving in towards Sebring as well in Mahoning County. Strong winds above the surface by a few thousand feet. Are they hitting the ground? Probably. That's a 67, 69 mile an hour wind that we're showing on our radar. But again, the radar beam is rising with the curvature of the earth here. I would expect some potential wind damage right now in eastern Stark County from Louisville to Homeworth to Paris, Robertsville. Alliance, you're quieting down a little bit. But if you're in eastern Stark County and you can let me know what kind of weather you're experiencing, again, the radar beam is aloft a little bit. It's not surface level this far south from the Cleveland radar, but it's still detecting some very strong winds, just a few thousand feet off the ground. Okay, a few thousand feet off the ground. Love having everybody here. You guys are tremendous. Nice rain in Dalton, Wayne County, love it. Very heavy rain in Louisville. Massillon, question. What about Massillon? Got a little bit of rain over you. You're technically in a severe thunderstorm warning, but the worst of the weather is by you. How's that? Let me know what's happening in Massillon. Rain stopped in Canal Fulton. Wind caused tree damage about 20 minutes ago. Good report. Canal Fulton up here. So if we go back 20 minutes, it's 6:16. So let's go right back here. Okay, so we got a little burst of wind right about in here, right about now, Canal Fulton. My throat's getting dry. Still watching those high winds right in here. Likely going to be some sort of wind damage here. It's hard to tell whether these are actually at ground level or not. You kind of have to have ground truth there. But once these get out of Stark County, we're going to be able to sound the all clear. We really are, which is tremendous. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go to a single panel again. And I'm just going to play the last couple of hours. You've been with me for an hour and 40 minutes now. Hundreds of you, hundreds of comments, hundreds of frowny faces and thumbs up. Thanks for the likes and shares. And if you're new to this channel, please hit the follow button. Please follow. We would love to have you here so that every time I do these severe weather updates on social media, on digital, you're going to be here. You're going to be here with me. You're going to get the alert that we're doing it. Does that sound good? So we do have confirmed damage coming out of Silver Lake in the Stowe area in Cuyahoga Falls of trees and power lines down onto roads and onto homes, which is consistent with what we were seeing on the radar with that microburst that was coming down. We do have confirmation. Tuscarawas County seems to be threading the needle. Yeah, for now. So there's our pattern. I think the severe weather threat is what's happening now from Youngstown to Stark County. That's your severe weather threat. The cold front is still to our north. So it still is going to be warm and maybe a little bit humid through the evening hours until that front gets through between, closer to 10 o'clock. And there still could be a pop-up shower, maybe a rumble of thunder along that front later on. But other than that, this looks pretty good for us to be drying out. We got a little cell that's moving in toward downtown Cleveland. I know a lot of you are going to want to watch that because of the Guardians game. Here it comes. Watch that little thing. Watch them fade away. Look at that. They're fading. They are fading. Take you up to the very, there it is. Look at that thing. It's not really there. Look at that. That was a big old thunderstorm about 30 minutes ago out over the lake, but now it's moving into some more stability. Thunderstorms out ahead of it ate up all the energy, so it's not doing well. Got some thunderstorms approaching the Lake Erie Islands. There are non-severe thunderstorms. They're going to slide on through the islands, Cedar Point, Kelly's Island. You're going to get a little burst of rain if you're out there. Showers and storms. Here we go. Once the Stark County, once we can sound the all clear for Stark County, we're going to be able to say, have a good evening. And that's very, very good. My only concern is the central Summit County area and portions of western Portage County, where we know we have confirmed wind damage right now. Silver Lake, Stowe area with trees and power lines down. Wind damage consistent from that microburst. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Folks who have checked in with the stream, we really appreciate it. If you're in Canton now, you want to let me know what's going on. What about the baseball game? They're going to get it in. You got a shower out over the lake. It's brief. I mean, it may be delayed a little bit because they have to, gussy up the field a little bit. What causes the constant thunder is a strong electrical charge and a strong updraft in that thunder cell. These storms are dynamic today because of all the fuel. So they're producing copious amounts of rain. They're producing a ton of lightning, and they're collapsing with some damaging winds. And all of that friction creates a big time lightning display. There's our Canton storms right in here. Let's make sure we're tracking any strong winds in here. There's our warnings popping in. Let me go back to our dual pane, our double pane. There it is. So again, it's moving extreme southeastern Stark County. We're still getting 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts into downtown Canton, but those are diminishing. The bigger wind gusts on radar, and we're still measuring some 70, 72 that are just right along the Stark Columbiana County line. They're moving into Columbiana County right now, just to the north of Minerva, moving into Homeworth, into Paris Township, Hanoverton. You're going to get some of that as well. Again, this is a loft. It's almost time to switch over to the Pittsburgh radar, to be honest. Let me see if I switch over to Pittsburgh, because believe it or not, Stark County is Cleveland radar, and Columbiana County is actually the Pittsburgh radar. So if I go switching over here to the radar sites, here's Pittsburgh. Let's just click on that and see what we get. Pittsburgh's going to load. Okay, so Pittsburgh is seeing 57. Okay, not 70, 55. Let's go up here. There's 60, 63. All right, so Pittsburgh's radar is confirming. It's aloft a little bit too, but not as far. So we're getting 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts in here. Severe weather, definitely. So we're probably experiencing some high winds and some wind damage right down here, right along the Stark County, Columbiana County line, and it's ready to go into Columbiana County very, very shortly. And of course, we have our Stark County severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 6:45. That is 19 minutes from now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Carroll County and a little tiny sliver of Tuscarawas County until 7:15 for 60 mile an hour wind potential there. Okay, of course, you got Mahoning County, but I really don't think Mahoning, you're okay. I don't see any real, Sebring, okay, yeah, you might be getting some strong winds in Sebring, and then Columbiana County, it's moving in your way. And I think the next scan, most of the winds are going to be into Columbiana. We've got this nice little band moving through Stark County, moving through downtown Canton. Can anyone give me an idea of what's going on in Canton right now? Who's in Canton? Who's in Canton? Got a little bit of rain in Cleveland. There you go. What about that little line north of Sandusky? Will it hit Summit County later? It could, but I don't think it's going to be severe because it's not going to have the fuel, because these storms that are out ahead of it are going to take all the fuel away. Heavy rain still in Canton, 77 around 30 corridor. Road is starting to pond and flood. Street light even came on for about 10 minutes due to how dark it got. Excellent report, Mike. Thank you. Football Hall of Fame, light rain now, very heavy, hard downpour. After a very heavy, hard downpour. Millersburg, you're looking good, Millersburg. No concern about the storm around Millersburg right now. We'll slide over here. Millersburg, it's rain. You got a little bit of lightning and thunder. I'm not even seeing really any heavy rain or high winds there. So the strongest winds we have right now are right around Paris, moving in toward Minerva and Homeworth and Hanoverton. You got some strong winds, 40 plus near Canton, just to the south of downtown. It's going to slide into Tuscarawas and Carroll in the next few minutes. And again, still could be some damaging wind gusts to south of downtown, but the city of Canton is looking very, very good right now. And I'm still on the Pittsburgh radar, so I'm going to go back up and I'm going to switch back to the Cleveland radar. There's our little bit of rain moving into downtown Cleveland. Just a little bit of rain there. I mean, it's a moderate burst of rain. I get it. Moderate burst of rain. It's right over downtown, right over the ballpark. They've got the tarp out, as they should, for the rain. Thunder nonstop, the heavy rain just past Canton. Awesome. You guys are great with your comments. I get rain in Monmouth County and heavy thunderstorms too, lightning. Awesome. We have a national audience here thanks to YouTube. Okay, good. No damage reported in Akron. Let's see. Myers Lake, constant rolling thunder for the last 15 minutes. There is rain coming. Let's go. Since we're on the Cleveland radar, let's go down to Myers Lake, down in the Canton area. The wind gusts around downtown Canton are beginning to fade, and that's great. No longer severe, and the winds that are over here that are strong are pulling into Columbiana County. That's fantastic. Look, folks, there is still the potential for a shower, a thunder shower, until the front actually comes by later on tonight after 9 or 10 o'clock. But I think the severe weather threat is drastically diminished now, and we really don't have anything to be concerned about in our immediate big city 3 News viewing area. So I think we're going to say thank you for being here. This has been great. If you do have any damage reports, please share them with me. Give me permission to use them on air. You can share them with me on my Facebook page. You can tag me on Instagram. Just go to Mark J. Weather on Facebook or Mark Johnson on Facebook. I have 2 pages there. And share those with me. Give me permission to share them, and we'll go from there. You guys are awesome. Grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here on the stream. We've been almost 2 hours tracking severe weather. We knew it was going to be an interesting day. Next chance for severe weather is probably Tuesday of next week. Keep an eye out. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Remember, a little bit of smoke returns tomorrow. Hopefully not a lot. Just keep an eye out for that. We'll be in the 70s tomorrow with north winds. Enjoy your day. Stay safe, everybody. God bless.